DiMartino Ice started in 1968. My grandfather started it in his basement and was delivering ice out of the trunk of his Cadillac as a means to make some additional income. From there, it passed on to his two sons, Don and Ernie, who took the business and tried to grow it starting in the late 80s. Moved to this building we're at here today, and from there, it just sort of kept growing. And in the early 90s, my uncle Ernie started learning how to sculpt ice from a friend, and just kind of grew the business from there. And in the mid 90s, we moved on to State College and do probably about 14 of these festivals similar to State College a year. I just got involved just by sort of being born into it. Back whenever my mother was a single mother, so it was sort of like babysitting. I would come down here and work with my grandpa, sleep in the parking lot, painting the fences, and sort of as like a pseudo daycare back then, and just kind of stuck around and took everything in like a sponge and watched all the guys carving ice, and eventually started carving myself. So this is my cousin Jeff and Corey. This is me, Uncle Ernie, Grandpa Art, my cousin Joe, and his dad Don, who's also Corey and Jeff's dad. It's something that my grandfather took a lot of pride in, providing a service to the community, and just being able to go out and perform for all these local communities that we go to. We sort of feel like we're part of those communities because we do spend so much time in those different communities, performing and eating out at restaurants and visiting other local shops and things like that, supporting the downtown businesses.
Family-owned business like the tavern, of course. Tell us a little bit about, I understand they have fed you over the many years of First Night State College.
Yeah, we've had a lot of great meals at the tavern, a lot of great times. It's a great place to gather with a large group. First Night always holds a special place in all of our hearts, just because it is such a great event. It's a great community, great organization to work for. Everybody's always very welcoming. It's definitely up there for sure. We do, like I said, we'll probably do about 14 festivals a year, roughly, all various different sizes. State College is definitely one of the biggest ones that we do. So it allows a little bit more creativity when you're able to work with so many blocks of ice, to be able to do things on that scale. We do a lot of our events in central Pennsylvania, so there's always a really good crowd that comes out for First Night.